When I look back on my childhood, one of the most cherished memories I have is the day I baked my very first cookie. It was a day filled with anticipation, flour, and a lesson in patience that I would carry with me for years to come. It all began one crisp autumn afternoon, when the sun cast a golden hue over our small kitchen. My mother, with her gentle smile and apron dusted with flour, had decided it was time for me to learn the art of baking. As I clutched the recipe book, my excitement was palpable, yet I had no idea how meticulous this process would turn out to be. The recipe was for classic chocolate chip cookies, a treat that seemed so simple and yet was bound to reveal layers of complexity. First, my mother explained the importance of measuring ingredients accurately. Baking, she said, is like a science experiment. Each ingredient plays a crucial role, and even a small deviation can change the outcome. Her words echoed in my mind as I carefully scooped flour into the measuring cup, leveling it off with a knife just as she had demonstrated. It felt like a delicate dance, balancing precision and care. Next, we moved on to the sugar and butter. As I mixed them together, I could feel the creamy texture transforming under my fingers. My mother showed me how to cream them until the mixture was light and fluffy, a step I found surprisingly satisfying. The blending of flavors seemed almost magical, each ingredient contributing to a harmonious whole. Then came the eggs, which we cracked one by one into a separate bowl. My mother insisted on this step to ensure that no eggshells would sneak into our dough. I was fascinated by the way the yolks and whites melded together, creating a golden pool that would soon be incorporated into our mixture. With each step, my mother's patience never wavered. She guided me through the process of adding vanilla extract and chocolate chips, explaining that these were the elements that would give our cookies their distinctive flavor. I marveled at the aroma of the vanilla and the sight of the chocolate chips swirling into the dough. It was a sensory experience that engaged not just my hands but also my sense of smell and sight. As we prepared to scoop the dough onto the baking sheets, I was eager to see our creation come to life. However, my mother emphasized the importance of spacing each mound of dough correctly. If they are too close together, she warned, the cookies will merge into one another and lose their shape. This attention to detail taught me the value of foresight and planning. The moment of truth arrived when the cookies were placed in the oven. I watched through the glass door as they began to spread and turn golden brown. The kitchen was soon filled with the irresistible scent of baking cookies, a smell that seemed to encapsulate the warmth of the moment. My mother and I sat by the oven, chatting about mundane things and waiting for the timer to ring. As the cookies emerged, crisp and golden, I felt a profound sense of accomplishment. The patience we had exercised, the care with which we had measured and mixed, had all paid off. The first bite of that cookie was nothing short of euphoric, crisp on the outside, chewy on the inside, and bursting with the richness of chocolate. In that small kitchen, surrounded by the remnants of our baking adventure, I learned a valuable lesson. The art of baking was not just about following a recipe, it was about understanding the principles behind each step, appreciating the process, and savoring the results. My mother had not only taught me how to bake, but had also imparted a deeper lesson in patience and precision. Years later, as I reflect on that day, I realize that the experience was more than just a culinary lesson. It was a moment of bonding with my mother, a time when we worked together to create something delightful. It was a reminder that even in the seemingly simple tasks, there is an opportunity for learning and growth. The first cookie I baked with my mother remains a treasured memory, a symbol of the sweet rewards of patience and the joy of shared experiences. And every time I bake cookies now, I think back to that autumn afternoon, and I smile, knowing that the lessons learned in that small kitchen have stayed with me, guiding me through countless recipes and many more cherished moments. Thank you for listening to me.